What's going on YouTube? Broken Place for Days here, coming at you guys with a Mermail deck profile that I said I would have up for you guys. This is my version for the January 2014 ban list. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the deck. I'm going to go over the cards that I put in for like the new format. Basically the cards that took place of title. And yeah, basically just, I want to hear your guys' opinions of how I'm running the deck and how you guys are playing the deck and whatnot. So I'll just hop I'm thinking of a Bistrite. Hop straight into it. So first off, playing 3 Megalo. I think that's pretty standard for the most part. I don't see why you would play 2. I mean, I guess you can, but I think 3 is better. 3 Tias. Pretty standard as well. He's your searcher. 3 Pike. Pretty standard as well, along with the 3 Lind. Playing triple gunned, just because I was playing 2, but I felt 2 was too little. And I put in the 3rd one, and it just works like a champion now. It's just really nice to have that reborn effect. And then lastly, for Mermails, 1 Turge. Basically just acts as a 4th Pike, but instead of getting the monster from your deck, you get it from the graveyard. And then the 1 Lead. So those are all the Mermails that I play. As for Atlanteans, the 1 Dragoons, 3 Marksmans. Really good this format just to get rid of back row. It's really good against Fire Fist and whatnot. 3 Heavy Infantry. I always want to see this monster like opening hand, just because it makes games a lot easier, just to be able to pop monsters and go for game a lot faster. 2 Awkward Spirits, just because it's still good to go for rank 4s. Still opens up a lot of plays. You can just like special it and then like tribute it off for, a Megalo effect to attack twice. Just a really versatile card in the deck. Threw in Fishborg Archer. When I first tested this card, I really didn't like it, but then I found out that it's actually really good. Like, it just, like, if you're top decking or whatever, it just gets you out of a lot of like nasty situations. Like, I remember I was playing against, I actually don't remember what I was playing against, but I remember I had this in my grave, and I ended up top decking with Dragoons, and I just pitched through Dragoons for this, and then I searched the Diva, and I just went off. So it was really cool. The 1 title, I play a card in the deck that, basically, I'm not playing Undines, as I said in my previous Mermail discussion video. I said I was going to play Undines, but I just found a card to play in the deck that's better. Well, I won't say better, but just it makes it so that you don't have to deal with controllers. So the 1 title and the 1 Diva, obviously. And those were all the monsters. As for spells, Dark Hole, obviously. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. I feel that 3 is necessary this format, just because, again, a lot of heavy back row with Boojins and Fire Fist and whatnot. And it's just one of those cards that lets you go for game more, because the faster you get rid of back row, or the less back row your opponent has, the easier it is for you to win. Taking in 1 Salvage. It's pretty good at 1. No more than 1, just because before, like when I first put it in, I was playing 3. And I mean, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it's just you had a whole bunch of fodder for like Megalos and stuff, but then you'd never have the Megalos, so you just had like a bunch of like Marksmans and Linds in your hand and Heavy Infantries. 2 is okay, but I just found 1 to work for me better, just because it's kind of there when I need it, and it doesn't really clog my hand. And then Teching 1 Creature Swap, really cool play. I did today at locals wasn't really a play, but I took the dude I was playing against, he top decked the BLS, and I seriously thought I was gonna lose, because I had a set Lind, and then I had a Lind in my hand, and next thing you know, I top deck a creature swap, and I'm just like, woo, let's go. So yeah, the 1 creature swap, it's just in there for the lulz. It's really good sometimes though. And then Foolish Burial. That's the card I was telling guys that I play now, basically instead of the Undines to dump title. Just because Foolish Barrel can send Tidal, it can send a target for salvage, it can send my Fishborg Archer, which only works in the graveyard. And it just basically makes it so that you can get the Tidal in the graveyard without having to deal with controllers. Although this is just one card where it's kind of like you have to draw it, whereas controllers, I mean not controllers, but the Undines are searchable through Pike. But I don't know, just through testing, the controllers just really got in the way. They were just really annoying me. So this just seems to be working a lot better. So that's basically all the spells I play. It's pretty standard aside from like those two maybe. And then traps now. The 3 spheres. Duh, everybody plays those. And 2 Mirror Force. 2 Mirror Force because most of the time we're playing against someone, when you set something, they think it's a sphere. And unless they're bad, they're not going to MST your sphere. They're going to wait till you activate it, and then they're going to chain their MST to the sphere so you don't get anything. So that's why I play Mirror Forces, just because most of the time when I set something, they think it's this, and they won't MST it, and then they just run into a Mirror Force, and they're like, what the fuck? That happened a lot today at locals. It was pretty funny. So yeah, that's the entire deck, main deck. It's 41 cards. I've been trying to get it down to 40, but there's literally not a single card in the deck that I wouldn't want to play. I was thinking about cutting a Mirror Force, but 2 is just really good because after you Mirror Force them once, they never expect the second one. Getting on to extra deck now. Those are just tokens for my Draco Sack. Speaking of the double, playing 2 of those. You can play 1, but the thing is that most of the time I found myself going for 1 Draco Sack like early game. And then mid to late game, whenever I wanted to go for a second one, I wouldn't have it. And it cost me a couple games, so I just thought I'd put in the second one just because you can be a bit more reckless with it now. Where you can just go for it early game and just kind of gain advantage off of it. And then mid to late game, you know, you hit them with another one, then it's pretty much over. Big Eye is basically just the game winner. Just seriously just seals games. And then 1 Gaios. Again, same thing. Against certain matchups, it just wins you games. Rank 4s I play are Cowboy, just because, again, it just steals games. Dweller, I wasn't wanting to play this before, but with everybody playing Mermails now, it's actually necessary. Like, you have to play it if you're playing Mermails for the mirror match. And then Bahamut Shark, that's the last rank 4 that I play. Bistrite, to go along with a Bahamut Shark, it's basically just a 2800 ass. Leviathan for the random, wow, I can't talk today. Random rank 3 play, detached marksman pop, you already know. Armored Kappa, I'm playing this over Gotchi just because like games 2 and 3, if they have a D-Fissure, you can just like diva into Heavy Infantry Exceed for this, and pop the D-Fissure when you detach. And his effect is actually really good. If you guys don't know what he does, you detach one to have him gain 1000 attack and defense. And then his other effect is just once per duel, but whenever a battle is involving one of your monsters and a monster your opponent controls, you detach one, you discard a card, and you know, if it's Atlantean or whatever, or Mermail, it gets the effect. And then for the rest of the turn, monsters you control can't be destroyed by battle and you take no damage. So that's actually won me a couple games. Won me a game today actually against a Zombie Sworn player. Synchros that I play are Army Arm, Catastor, DeLorean, Black Rose. I'm actually debating whether I should play Black Rose. Wait, no, did I say DeLorean? Oh yeah, this is DeLorean, my bad. I'm actually debating whether I should play Black Rose or Gungnir. I'm kind of leaning towards Black Rose just because if I'm going to invest into making a Black Rose, which actually isn't that easy to make, I'd rather plus off of it as much as I can and just kind of like freely nuke the board. Whereas Gungnir, I have to waste a couple resources to even get it out, and then I have to pitch more shit to like pop. Granted, if it's Mermail monsters or Atlanteans, you know, I kind of plus off of it, but a lot of times they're not. So I just kind of rather, you know, get as much out of the way as I can with Black Rose. And then finally Scrap Dragon because I do side deck Veilers. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Main and extra. I'm not going to show the side just because, as I've said in a lot of my previous videos, your side deck should basically be molded around what people play at your locals. And with it being the beginning of the format, it's kind of everywhere right now. So I'll just leave that up to you guys. But yeah, that's my Mermails. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. That way I know you guys like my build. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, obviously thumbs it up. That way I know. If you're playing Mermails, in the comment section below, leave, just kind of tech cards or opinions that you have on the deck, or how it should be run, or just anything to do with Mermails or anything in general. Just leave in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, you already know, keep it broken.